Hello and good morning. Today we're at St. Bridget's Church, which is in Brean. Straight down the road there is Berrow. Straight up the road there is Brean Down. It's quite a busy road there. So there's some more graves in here as well. Let's see if we can go in the church first of all. Let's have a look at this one a minute. We're going in memory of the men who fell during the Great War, 1914-18. We've got a champion, Ivor. We've got George Dibbu, Lot Evans, Sidney Gilbert, Netford Phillips, Ricardo Starbuck, William Webb, men from Brean. So the first one's Ivor champion, not champion Ivor. My mistake. The dedication to Brigid of Kildare, an Irish abbess who died in 525, it implies that Brean was a Celtic Christian settlement. Straight through the front door and the bell tower's above us. Here we have the treble bell is a peal of 4, dedicated the 10th of September 2000 by the Venerable Richard Ashworth, MA, Archdeacon of Wells, in a gift from the James family. The glory of God and in the memory of Janet Ann James. The present church building has 13th century origins, but was largely rebuilt in the 15th century and again in 1882. The tower was damaged by lightning in the 18th century and rebuilt in 1729. Through the door we've got the font. The octagonal stone font is either 14th or 15th century. Nice little window here. This window is dedicated to the memory of Dennis Arthur Wills, 1919 to 1984. The tower has a ring of 5 bells. The 3rd, the 4th and the tenor bells were cast at Bristol in about 1499. The Whitechapel Bell Foundry cast a 2nd bell in 1880 and the treble bell in 2000. Can't see no pedals or knobs on this one. There they are. medieval fire extinguisher, nice barrel roof in there. Here is the roll of honour list. Turn the light off. Let's try the other side. Too much light there. Should be able to read all these names yourself. I'll be taking pictures later, so you'll be able to read them yourself then. Don't know what these crosses are for. Got little prayers on them. Maybe something the children made. This tablet was erected in the memory of Mr. Edmund Hicks of Brean, who died in 1893, aged 86, whose charitable gifts for the parishioners of the Brean, Berrow, East Brent and Limpsham for the poor amounts of £1,050, and different charities and installations amount to 1,100, also a considerable sum towards the restoration of this church. In the Brean church records, W.J. Robinson also mentioned that years ago there was said to be much of an ague in Brean, from which people shook so violently as to cause their houses to shake. A favourite remedy, he says, was to kill a spider and make a pill of its body with breadcrumbs. At Limpsham, the spider was placed in water. When he curled up, the water and spider were then drunk together. The pulpit is 17th century. This is only a little church, but it's really nice. Lovely floor in there, tiles. Really old looking benches. These got like a face on them. Some kind of bird. Don't look very happy, do we? There's carvings here in the timbers. That must be the oldest bench I've ever seen. It's got a little plaque on it. Let's have a quick look. Something 1400 AD. Lots of nice carvings in these two chairs. Small doorway, probably about 5 feet, 8 inches in height. In 1892, an eagle lectern was erected in the memory of W. Spearin, Esquire, who served as the church warden for 40 years. It's quite quiet here, actually. I expected more noise because, like I said earlier, just down the road is Brean. That's always filled up with holiday makers, caravans and whatever. Then when you go down the other way, you've got Brean Down, which is a beach, and also, if you're good at climbing, there's an old fort right at the end, and I think it was something to do with during the Napoleon Wars. Here we have a sacred to the memory of my beloved husband, Conde A.B. Simmons, died October the 12th, 1905, aged 75. I think they even might have used the fort in the First and Second World War. I do like that window there. Nice colours. And it looks like she's St. Bridget. Right, that's it from inside. It's only a small church. It's a nice little church. Let's go outside and take a look around. There's the bell tower again. Way back out. So Bridget's Church is a Grade 2 listed building. We have Samuel, beloved husband of Elizabeth Jane Webb, died 1927, aged 64. We've got Elizabeth Webb, she died 1937, aged 79. Nine Durston, died 1915, aged 54. Also Daniel, husband of the above, died 1927, aged 73. Frederick George, husband of Harriet, died 1929, aged 67. And Harriet, wife of the above, she died 1956, aged 88. Here we have a war grave, L. Evans, Royal Garrison Artillery, died 13th of February 1919. Thomas Curry, he died in 1899, And Sarah, his wife, she died at 1909. No ages on there. Here we have some kind of monument. It doesn't look that old, but it appears to be broken away on the top. There we go. Edward Champion. He died 1906, aged 53. Also his wife Martha. She passed away 1922, aged 72. Philip Harris, who died 1922, aged 69. Also Annie Harris, she died 1926, aged 72. Henry X, died 1931, aged 81. Also Sophie, his beloved wife, she died 1938, aged 87. Austin X, died 1965, aged 77. His wife Annie Adele, she died 1973, aged 85. John Kilmartin, died 1994. Also his wife Betsy, she died 2010. Nice little bench over there if you want a little bit of peace and quiet. There's a lot of new graves here, more modern. We've got a memory of Roy Royston. I can't see when he passed away. And we've got Caroline E. Monks, died 1948, aged 86. Also Eliza Mays, she died 1954, aged 92. And Eva Baker, she died 1957, aged 91. And look like they've changed that from 1956 to 1957. James Davis, died 1930, aged 77. And Mary, his wife, she died 1934, aged 77. This one's nearly gone. We're quite close to the sea as well, so I suppose things get eroded a lot quicker. We've got William Chapman, he died 1881. Also Christine, his wife, she died 1923. EWB, died 7th of Jan 1887. Just 3 initials, no names. Such a shame. We've got Edward Dibbu, died 1922, aged 73. And his wife Anne, she died 1927, aged 72. Elsie Maud, youngest daughter of Ian A.C. Dibbu. She died 1936, aged 41. We've got George Emery, their son. He died in France, 1917, aged 20 years old. Arthur Dibbu, died 1946. Also his wife Elsie, she died 1969, aged 76. Eliza Jane, wife of John Chapman of Brean Down, died 1893. Joseph Halifax, 23 years rector of this parish. He died 1882, aged 54. Also Josephine, she died 1882, I believe. So you have a loose slate up there. I'm going to get that sorted before the winter comes. I can't read this one. Sarah Hayes, I think this is, or is it Hicks, of Brean. She was born 1790 and died 1882. Edmund Hicks of Brean. He was born 1806 and died 1893. I think that's it. The rest of the graves are quite modern. Well, that's just about it from St. Bridget's Church in Brean. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a nice little church. And sorry, but it won't be a video next week. I'm having a break next week. But I'll be back the following week. If you did enjoy this video, please press the like button and tell all your friends. The more we get on board, the better. Right, I'll see you all again in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.